Okay, let's go. Let's go live here. It is the daily stream. Like 6 people are online now. Oh, I thought I have to wait again very long or cancel the stream for today. But people are playing, which is nice. I'm live. Yeah, hopefully the queue time's not going to be too long. Bro, why is my controller not working? Hello, Joel, yes. I hope for you also. Bro, not sure about this formation, by the way. Against Jake, it was very strong. When you don't play it like on full terrorism. So since we have to wait anyway, we can watch our favorite content creator OG and see what he has to say. Because he made a new video about golds.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. OG here, and I want to start off by making the point of this video, and then I'll go back and explain everything else. Now, I've said this several times before, but now I'm more convinced than ever that
Oh, Cold Mount streamer's recommended. God.
Bulls is going to take over football. They are going to take the crown as king of football games from FC. And the reason why I'm more convinced than ever is because finally, after so many years of going in the wrong direction, I believe EAFC has finally hit their rock bottom. Now, this is important for several different reasons.
What is the big problem with EAFC right now? I really have no clue. What did EA do? It's the rock bottom. I guess he's right because he's more into EAFC. But I really don't know what EA did so horribly wrong.
Obviously, FC being in a terrible spot, just like eFootball and UFL being in a terrible spot, doesn't mean that automatically everyone will go play goals, they'll become the king of football, and we all live happily ever after. So we're going to start by looking at what is different now than any other year, because for the past decade to maybe even 2 decades we're approaching, football games have been in a terrible spot. And despite this, EA Sports is still making the most money. Konami with eFootball is still making the second most money, which is still a lot, and UFL is obviously making enough to survive. Now, the numbers, especially in FC, are falling. However, nothing so drastic as to show that a ton of players just have left the game. And that's the same with eFootball and UFL being so new. They never had a huge player base to begin with. And speaking of UFL, you can use them as an example as to how a new game isn't just going to come and take over automatically. At the time when UFL released, you could argue it was perfect because FC25 was in a terrible place. Many were calling it the worst football
Yeah, but UFA was never a contender to take over EA, bro. Like, the game was always bad.
game ever made, but eFootball was also not in a very good place. However, UFL comes in and they make all the same mistakes that FC.
Yeah, this is true. Like, UFA literally just copied EA with all the bad stuff. Which I also don't get. How you can be like this dumb to make the same like things which we complained about.
made. They didn't do much, at least from what it looked
Oh, I
like.
gotta found the game. Nice. Against Rodrigo. So let's see how 4-2 is against 4-3-1, because 3-4-1-2 was pretty bad against 4-2-3-1 most of the time. Bro, I pressed I1 that you should run, you didn't run. Bro, it was a driven pass. And he's just passing it into the keeper. Ah, bro. Bro, it's so nice, by the way, that fouls are back. I was so happy when I read that. I was never been this excited for a staging version. Fuck. Oh my god, bro, very important block. No. Or this holding tackling is still also too strong. Like, look, bro, he's just running on me and just holding tackling, bro, and there's nothing you can really do. I guess the solution is just to play very fast. Nice tackling from my player. No. Oh my god, wow. Nice through ball. And he's not fast enough, bro. Like, if I have a player with good sprint dribbling, let's go. Or with good pace in general. Oh my god, bro. No, this, like, usually you always want your players to run, and this time you just stand where he is, bro, and would be a goal probably. But oh, nice through ball. Let's go. Yeah, maybe 4-3 just a shit formation. I think, Jay, you have to give up on that formation, bro. It's just not good. Apart you play one depth, then it's insane. Oh, not to him. Bro. No, why are you not continuing your run? Hello, run it. No. Oh, he was off. Bro, the sprint dribbling of my players is so bad. Nice. Let's go. Keep on, nice. I would like to see how 5v5 is now with like tackling being a foul. But I don't think we will get a lobby today. Because Friday always very bad day for goals. I'm close. Wow. Oh, nice. Oh, bro, why is he not scoring that? Should not even use her weak foot. GG. GG, Rodrigo. Bro, I really want to match Lazar. Why I cannot match him? Like, did they like use the MR you had from the alpha also for the staging? Yeah, that's true, Rigo, yeah. That's true. And general passing selection.
to copy off of eFootball, but they did copy a ton from FC, including
Let's continue with OG's video, what he's going to say
things that clearly weren't working in that game, and it was just mind-boggling. Because surely you have to
during the
understand
waiting
that
time.
players aren't going to want to play a worse version of a game that they already don't like. If you're going to come in and take over that crown as the best football game, having the most players, and by the way, having players that actually enjoy your game, you're going to have to do something different. And this is where, right from the start, goals grabbed my attention because it was clear they were making their own path. Let's use UFL for example. There were some differences at the beginning which were intriguing. That's what garnered interest in UFL. The difference on the pitch with the manual defense as opposed to the fully AI controlled defense at the time with
Bro, we have to wait anyway, and he's talking about goals. So, so I need to do something. I mean, what he's telling you is not wrong, but he could maybe sometimes say things a little bit shorter.
C25. Then you had the ability to use a variety of different formations, whereas in FC you had to use that one broken meta formation. Otherwise, you were putting yourself at a disadvantage. They also had a skin system and the ability to take lower overall rated players and upgrade them, making your own monster.
Like, I'm waiting for the part where he talks about goals, because currently it's only like about other
players. That was
like
excellent.
about
But guess
and
what?
UFC.
As more and more patches came out, the game got more and more like FC. With the most unbelievable example being the skin system and ability to upgrade players, which was arguably the best part of UFL, especially off the pitch. It was without a doubt the best part. And amazingly, this system was replaced with essentially a carbon copy of what FC uses, where you have players released in different promos. So you will see the same players re-released over and over with just a slight variation in stats, and then of course different ability perks, which are again an exact copy of the playstyles in FC. And so the bottom line is there was just nothing new. Why would anybody choose to play a worse version?
And this is all true.
And by the way, that isn't even a popular game among its player base. It would be one thing to copy a successful game and maybe try to add your own twist and still have a pretty good amount of players playing because it's a great game that you copied. No, they copied a game that's at its lowest point in history with regards to, let's say, approval ratings. If FC was a president, they would have a record low approval rating, and all the football gamers of the world are just looking for a good football game to play. One that brings back that magic that we used to feel in football games, that captures the essence of the beautiful game and brings it.
So now, yeah, I guess he starts talking about goals.
Into the virtual pitch. A game that is focused on gameplay and not making more and more money with microtransactions. We want simplified but beautiful football. We want the ability to use our skill in every aspect of the game. Defense, in the build-up, to create and score goals. We want to compete with our opponent and the best football player win. We don't want the AI to intervene. We don't want animations, which always lead to exploits, to be the decision maker. We want our football to be the decider. And guess what? That's exactly what goals did. Now, despite this,
Oh, the problem is, I think when you look at the takes on the goals Discord, I think a lot of people don't want this kind of game. Sadly. At least by judging what some people always write on the, like also when what we had in the alpha.
many players are still overlooking goals. For instance, some see this more simplified gameplay and think, oh, it's an outdated version of PES or it's an outdated version of FIFA. However, the simplified look and feel is what makes the game much better than these new games that take away from the skill gap in many areas. For example, look at the playstyle issue in FC right now. Now, it's been an issue for a long time, but finally, the players have had enough where no matter how good a player's stats are, if they don't have certain playstyles, you simply can't.
Yeah, this is such a garbage system by EA with the play sites, and that the stats don't matter anymore. I don't know who thought this would be a good idea.
Or at least not play those players and have success on the pitch. And nobody likes this. Players are demanding that playstyles are removed even. But when you look at goals, it's not like the players immediately recognize that this is the alternative. This is the better option than what you're seeing on screen now. At first glance, you can't really tell a difference. But once you dig into the game, you see that unlike FC, goals is focused on.
Yes, Rigo, yeah, I agree. Robot Chem Sites is not even that horrible, to be honest, but yeah, player log is also terrible.
Only on the stats. Each and every stat in goals matters to how the player performs on the pitch. The better you know these stats, the better you can understand each player's weaknesses and strengths, and obviously you combine that with your skill in defense to build up and creating and of course scoring chances, and that will determine the outcome of a game. Whereas, as we already know in all these other football games, the best footballer doesn't always win. There's so many nonsense outside influences, and we could go on and on about this, but it all comes back to greed and adding all this stuff to get players to spend more money with microtransactions to get the player with the right playstyles or the better animation.
Yeah, also when we looked at the rewards for knockout, they looked very nice. So I guess when you are very successful in knockout, you don't even need to spend money in golds. Like this is probably like the best case for RTG people. At least for packs. Like I don't know, you still need to probably spend money if you want to get some kits or logos or something like that. But not for packs.
Ability to do X, Y, and Z. All of these things have taken away from football and have made the experience on the pitch just awful. Which brings us full circle to goals.
Oh, from the game, nice. Against Haziroma. Oh, but he's not playing low depth again because I'm not sure, but when I played against him today first, it was fit also like, oh my god, he's playing low depth. Look at his defense. Oh my god, bro, it's so annoying. Like you can instantly see it where his defenders are. Nice keeper. What a through ball. Bro, the thing is low depth, it's not even effective, bro. You just have to be more focused to win against that garbage. Like, bro, also when I played against Sugo today with his, like, bro, I literally just listening to music, just want to play some chill games here in staging. I need to play then against his 8-man block in the box. It's very annoying. Body shooting, it's enough. Alright, I need to switch. This guy should not be my wingback. I might want to love that. But I also did like 2 very nice tactical fouls already with the standing tackling today. But the balance looks pretty good with the like standing tackling being a foul now. Like you cannot just really tackle into your opponent, then it's like then it's a foul, which is nice. God. Good run from my player. He's off. Oh my god, bro, I don't want to pass to him. And I just run into him. Bro, my keeper's always insane against them. No, not to him, bro. Ah, quite loved it. Bro, like KDI is this so fucked when you're in those situations. They really need to behave better when you get like close to the corner flag. Ah, bro, I think he even missed the tackling there, but he somehow gets the ball. Like, this is literally the worst part, bro, that the attacking guy is so strange against low depth. Hope they will improve that also in the next days. Bro, how did Screwberger even throw? God, watch time, bro. It feels like, bro, I looked at the leaderboard like yesterday. It looked like you are so close to the night bot. Even though you are not, like, it's still like a lot of minutes. No, why you don't run? Yeah, unlucky, Joy, unlucky. Bro, and I really want to grind streaming for the beta. Like, oh, we will have a lot of players that I can do very long streams. Nice through ball. Call it keeper. Ah, bro, like, I wish my players coming closer to the ball when you pass to them. Bro, and those shots need a buff from there. So hard to score from like 16 meters. Like, the keeper's always saving it. Not to him. No, again not to him. What the fuck? That was a good sliding tackle. Ah, bro, this tackling, it's all the time way too easy to win the ball. GG. Instantly next game, nice. Against Mathieu. Bro, keepers are literally too good since months. We had like perfect keepers in November or something like that. Now one of my players has like 88 shooting or something like that, or even more. And still he can't score a shot like 12 meters away. They're also playing on low def, bro. Like really, it's so annoying every game. You look at this defender, he doesn't look like he's playing one depth. Because then I would already be at his box. No. Oh lol. I thought his keeper is going to get the ball, but he just goes AFK. Not fair play from me. LOL! My player's not taking the ball. Nice long. Ah, fuck, bro. I always need to switch like my wingback and center back. Oh, nice try. Nah, bro, this is not true. Like, I also have 40 depth right now, which is also pretty low. But it was like, I made my depth so low when we had like this broken defensive AI. But I think when you play 50 depth, you can still defend through balls. When you track the runs. I can adapt, I can make it also to 50 again. Oh my god, bro. Nearly conceded instantly. Come on, run, bro. Ah, player should have come close. Okay, at least throw in. No, how it's not a go? Ah, nice try. Rossetti, this guy is not fast with the ball. Oh my god. He needs too long to pass. Hello, Abdel. Long time no see. Nah, bro, it's going well here. Gameplay is nice. Apart that low depth is like pretty strong. Or way too strong on the current gameplay. No, bro! How it's not a goal? Yeah, I don't know when the last time was you tuned in, but standing tackling is a foul again. But it's very rare that it happens. But it can happen, GG. Yeah, and through worlds are much better compared to the alpha. Yeah, I don't know. This I like our and like they changed the attacking AI. Awesome. Yeah, I hope so, bro. I hope so. But tackling still is way too strong. Like this tackling where you just hold and run into your opponent. It's way too strong. Because you don't even need a good timing. Yeah, I would say attacking AI is better, but not against low depth. That's terrible. That's still far from perfect also. Yeah, there's a date, but not like officially. This is all I can say. But it is early March. Like very early in March. Let's go back to his video.
Whose devs obviously recognize this, and so when we got to play the alpha, which by the way was brilliant, no other game does that where they release a game in such an early state because they're afraid that it will get ridiculed and videos will be made showing the terrible gameplay because the game's not finished. No, Goals not only released their game in alpha, but it was just as good, if not better, than every other football game. And one of the best parts of Goals was that it focused on, wait a minute, the football. And I have no doubt that more and more players will recognize
Bro, he just made a video about goals. So, and I need to watch something while I'm waiting.
that it's just they've been used to playing this garbage from these other football games for years and years.
And he's not
Something new
saying
comes
anything
along,
wrong
it's
here
going
in
to take
this
a minute to
video.
get used to, but once you do, you're going to love it, and that's going to be Goals. And not just with the simplicity of the gameplay, but with regards to the ability that the developers have to improve the game. You look at the simple things such as anti-time wasting, making stoppage time completely fair and exciting for both players. I mean, this is something that they did in alpha, not even beta, and of course not full release. But at the very beginning, when their game's not even close to finish, they released an incredible experience with all these little details already added in. And none of these other games, including FC and eFootball that have been around for over 30 years, none of them have thought of these things, such as the anti-time wasting, the stoppage time, retiring players.
Bro, every time wasting is crazy, by the way, in the FC that like this pass to your keeper still works. Because I remember like the RT Griezmann Prime where he did that, and still this move from him still even works in the current EFC to waste time, which is fucking crazy. Because it was literally in FIFA 19 when he did like this time wasting of passing all the time to the keeper.
Of having, for instance, what happened in UFL where you have a dead end system. Maybe if the developers at Goals and all of their understanding of football games, maybe even if just one of them was over with strikers, they wouldn't have had to remove their skin system from the game. They wouldn't have had to remove the ability to upgrade players. You simply retire the players after a certain amount of time. But guess what? Only Goals thought of that brilliant plan. And it's the exact same situation with going a made up route for players, stadiums, kits, and so on and so forth, instead of getting licenses like every other football game did, and then adding, of course, the icons, which obviously is a money grab decision for these other football games. But of course, we are so used to using this method, these real players, and going after these icons and stuff, it's going to be hard to get used to using made up players. In fact, the Goals devs know this and have thoroughly thought about it. I want to read you a quote from Andreas Thorstensen, who's part of the Goals devs. He says, I think it's the other way around.
He is the CEO, by the way. Not just like part of the Goals devs.
With regards to not getting licenses and going with made up players as opposed to getting licenses. They say, we can get the licenses, but chose not to for design reasons. Licenses funnel everyone to the same few players, killing depth and creating a.
I agree with this, by the way. Like, I like about Goals that like every player is unique. Same as like in FM when the new gens are coming in.
Meta. In online play, people pick stats, not realism. Meaning, once again, they stuck to their guns.
How
The
fast was
focus
this
is on
player here, bro? What was this
the
Goals
football.
version?
You look at the players, you understand the stats. The more understanding you have, the better decision you will make with regards to building your team. And then you play to your players' strengths, stay away from their weaknesses. As far as your opponents, you look to exploit their players' weaknesses while trying to contain their strengths, and then you add your skill defensively in the build-up, of course, chance creation and scoring goals, and boom, you have a beautiful football experience. The focus.
How many queue already? 5 minutes. Is there even anyone online? There's 6 there.
Is not on getting the new Mbappe card, or I have to go get that broken Maldini with that insane playstyle. And then, of course, as we see in FC, you end up seeing the same players over and over. This year, the number one player, Claudia Pena, you see her up top for every single team, and you see one formation every single game. It's just the same boring nonsense, and it's not football. There is no one broken formation that you must use to get the most.
Oh, nice. Oh, against Akiba's caught. I didn't know he's playing in staging. I do turn on Spotify again. Well, it would be lovely to match Kurt one day in like staging. Oh, I also again this kid problem. I didn't pay attention. That they look nearly the same. Wait, does he have game? I give him the ball back. Bro. Caught. So back in the queue. So back in the queue again. Back to his video.
Out of the game. There is no certain player that you must use. That's the beauty of football, is that variety, and then you put your skills to the test and your tactical approach to the test against theirs. That should always be the focus, and not getting these real life players, having these made up players, which are also unique to just your team, that is all in tune with Goals' plan to make the best football game. So in the end, it is clear that you are going to have a totally unique approach to football gaming from Goals, and with all these other games failing but going down that same path, once Goals gets far enough down their path and their plan is fulfilled, I have no doubt that more and more players will realize this is the superior method. This is the best football gaming experience, and we will have an insanely popular and insanely fun game with Goals. And it doesn't stop.
Yeah, hopefully, bro. Hopefully. But the schedule is very tight. Kivas Road. Hopefully he sees the message. I didn't pay attention to the Discord, but maybe he found the game already. Fuck, bro. I guess I'm fucked. I need to pay more attention to the Discord. Anyway.
There, because there is a huge cherry on top with Goals, which is that they created their own unique netcode. Clearly, they recognized the issue with gameplay, the inconsistency, the delay, glitchiness, whatever you want to call it, that is terrible for FC, eFootball, and UFL alike. So, what does Goals do? They create their own netcode from scratch where you can play against players across the world with terrible ping and still have a good experience with regards to gameplay.
This is very
It is
nice in
unheard
Goals,
of, and
yes.
something
Great
that
feature.
just that alone is going to draw in a lot of players. Now,
This is
with all that
true.
being said, we have to talk about the few negatives that, if they aren't addressed and fixed, could absolutely ruin everything we just talked about and make Goals another failing game. Do I think that's going to happen? No. Why, though, do I have faith that Goals devs can fix these issues where these other devs can't? Well, you look at everything we just talked about. Clearly, these devs are thinking outside the box, are coming up with solutions that no other game has came up with, such as the anti-time wasting, just for a small example. And that's why I have faith that some of the issues like the zigzag dribbling, the overpowered headers, the ability for defenders to just rush forward, and even though they did great with taking away bounce backs on interceptions, the tackle backs were an issue just like in other games. But without a doubt, I believe Goals can fix all of these types of things so that when the game comes out, it will be a game where exploits don't exist or they are very limited. And
yeah, hopefully, bro, hopefully. But people always
Another
find something.
From Andreas Thorstensen says, what are your biggest controller breaking moments in these current football games? We want to make sure Goals doesn't repeat them. Now, yes, this is just a simple post on X. It doesn't fix any issues, but it does show that these devs.
Bro, yeah, I don't know. I'm hoping Kurt is going to stream in the beta because they need a lot of, like, you don't want to keep the in the beta the player base low. You want literally that it explodes. So I'm hoping for a knockout beta stream from Kurt. I mean, the concept of the mode is great.
Are worried about these game crushing exploits and don't want them in their games, meaning they're going to focus on getting rid of anything that was in the alpha that was used as an exploit, and in the future, anything that comes up that is breaking the game, they're going to be quick to get rid of. Otherwise, it would be like these other devs from these other games that ignore a lot of this nonsense. It takes forever to get things removed from FC and eFootball and UFL. They still, to this day, have game crushing exploits that have been in the game, some of it since day one, other for months and months, and nothing. Either because they don't care about these exploits or they don't have the ability to remove them. Either way, these are things that can break a game no matter how good the other areas are. Now with FC, eFootball, and UFL, the other areas are also awful. Whereas Goals has gone down their own path and have succeeded where these.
Fuck, bro, Akibas actually found a game, so I'm in the queue forever. Ah, cool timing. Against Crispy, let's go. Saving me from the queue. Bro, nearly have full blue team. That's crazy. Ah, bro, this move is so bad for me. Like, you always lose the ball. No. Bad through ball. And I fucked up. Nice keeper. That should be a goal. Bro, how he won the tackling there? Fuck, bro, that was a sprint too much. Ah, bro. Good throw ball. I didn't track the run. Bro, it only works after kickoff. Like that. That was nice. Yeah, but this R1 is also so insanely strong. Nice. Why we can't celebrate anymore, by the way? And I still want to see like the new celebrations also. Oh my god, bro. This player was so fast. Thank you for the follow, Koyes. Or Kikoyes, I don't know how to say your name. Oh, were they? Okay. I didn't know that. Oh, there were new celebrations already. I didn't know that, bro. Yeah, probably then. I see. But I really like to see like the new celebrations. Bro, they need to make the toxic celebrations for money. Like, sure, some people will buy them to just annoy their opponent. Ah, shit. Bro, I don't know. What should I do here? Ah, good football. Like, bro, the trajectory of my players is so bad. I don't know what I should do because my whole team just runs on the same line. So it's very easy to intercept the pass. Oh, lol. Shouldn't be a one-touch one. No! Bro, would have been nice going. Yeah, bro. Bro, this tackling. It's so broken. No, I did the dummy on accident. Oh, nice goal, GG. GG.
These games have been failing, and I have 100% faith that any
I just
exploits
finished
that
the video,
we've seen
yeah.
in the alpha or that will come up in the future, Goals devs will succeed at getting rid of these in a quick manner, unlike these other games. Now, the one big question that remains for me is, how do you guys feel? I want to know what you feel about football games as a whole, how you feel about goals, and what it will do to football gaming once it's released. Leave it in the comments section. And if you don't mind, please leave a like on this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so. If you could also follow me on TikTok and X, it would be much appreciated. And check out my YouTube bio. The link to join my Discord is in there, as well as other ways that you can help the channel while getting great perks. We have merch, we have memberships where you can get content right away, no waiting at all. So please check that out, and just your support watching this video and any video on the channel, as well as joining the streams, that means the world to me. I want to thank each and every one.
Yeah, nice. It's a good video. You didn't say anything wrong here. So yeah, then I think I will also like end the stream here because I'm tired of those long queue times. So here's his video. And thank you guys for watching. We see us